Hey guys, Mrs. Sam is here. I'm just recording this video for our second set of notes on solving absolute value equations. So here's your table of contents. So if you need to pause this video and jot it down. So we're just going to continue the same notes we took on Tuesday. So if you need to go into the next page, go for it and just say this is going to be on page 9 and 10. If you have enough room to put it all on one page, even better. All right, so this is just a review. So this is day 2. It's the same slides as it was on day 1. I just want to refresh your memory that the absolute value is distance between a number and 0. So the distance or absolute value should never be negative. So that's why the absolute value of -4 is equal to +4. And the distance of +4, or the absolute value of +4, has that same positive distance of 4. And then this is just a refresher on the steps. So when you have an absolute value equal to a number, you're going to split it up into 2 different equations, one where the answer is negative and one where the answer is positive. All right, so really what we're working on today is we're really just working on step 1 of isolating the absolute value. Okay, so we skipped that the other day, so we're going to go ahead and continue. Hey, what happens if we do not have that absolute value isolated? Alrighty, here we go. So here's example 1. And we're going to go ahead and hopefully you notice that this absolute value is not isolated. It is not all by itself. Oops, sorry if I'm covering that camera. So what is with that absolute value? So what is on the same side of that absolute value? So we don't have anything in front, but we do have something at the end. So we need to take that -7 and we need to move it to the other side. And we're going to do this by taking the inverse operations. So this was adding 7. So to get rid of it, we're going to subtract 7. That way this becomes 0. And remember, whatever you do to one side, you're going to go ahead and do to the other side. So remember, we skipped this step. This is step 1. And once we do that, then we're just going to rewrite that absolute value. 6x plus 8 is going to be equal to 46. And so now, hopefully you notice that this absolute value is all by itself. We don't have a number in front. We do not have a number at the end. And so now we're just going to go ahead and refresh our memory from step 2. Step 2 is going to be write the equation twice, one with a positive answer and one with a negative answer. So we're going to take this exact same equation, and I like to just write it twice. And then I go ahead and I always make the left one negative. You don't have to, but I like to make the left one negative, make it smaller, and we make the right answer positive. And then we're going to just solve like we normally do using box and wall. So we got to get that x all by itself. So we're going to do inverse operations on the 8. We're going to subtract 8 to each side. So we're going to have 6x equals -54. Got to get this x by itself. So we're going to go ahead and take that. And the opposite of multiplying, because this is 6 times x, the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So we're going to divide each side by 6. And we know that 6 goes into 54 9 times, but since it's a -54, it should be a -9. And that's one of our answers. And so we're going to do the exact same 2 steps that we did there. I'm going to subtract 8, subtract 8. So 6x equals 38. And then we're going to divide by 6. And so we're going to go ahead. We know 6 does not go into 38. So we're going to reduce that. So we just think, what number goes into both of them? Well, I know they're both even, so I can divide the top and bottom by 2. And we're just going to reduce that fraction. So it's going to be 19 over 3. And that is our answer. All right, so what I need you to do now is, that's the end of the first video. So what I need you to do now is I want you to go ahead and try number 2. So try this one yourself. Write it in your notes, and then in the next video, I will tell you the answer, but please try it on your own first. Thanks for watching.